Welcome back guys, it's Pax from Memory again. In this tutorial, I'm going to be talking about structure of C program and how to compile it in GCC compiler. In last session, I talked about compilers and different platforms. If you haven't watched the tutorial, I would recommend you to watch it once. I hope you have got at least a platform to write and execute your code. Make sure your compiler works properly. Now, let us start today's. First, I'm using Emacs as text editor and GCC as compiler. Now you have to create a new file with an extension .c. Now I'm going to create a new file naming it structure of C, and you have an extension of .c. As you clearly can visually, you have to name with an extension of .c for C programs. Now I'm gonna save it, and now I have already prepared the code for today. Now I will be teaching you how this code works and what are these part of codes, what is this include, what is this main and return, everything. Now let us begin from here. Okay, let us begin talking about this double forward slash. In C, this double forward slash mean comment. These aren't seen by the compilers. These are actually used by coders to know what does this section of code means. It can be used to represent like something. This is a comment. The compiler doesn't cares about this whatever you have written in comment. Now starting here, what does this include stdio mean? Include means it includes or takes a standard header file or user defined header file in C program. Now we have to take a reference. Without anything, how can we know? Without teachers, without books, where can we get our knowledge from? We have to take some reference, and this is the book where C program takes its reference from. stdio.h. stdio.h is a standard header file. It contains all the definition for basic functions and uses in C. Now let us going downstairs. Here we can see int is short form for integer and main. This is called function. A function have return type. Return type, this integer is in return type of the function, and this main is the name of the function. Let us take an example. What is it in a common idea? You can take main as a government office. Main is the part where the program executes from. It is like a government office where your work starts from. You can give arguments, like here arguments. Arguments are like documents that you present in that office. Here main is the office, and these arguments are documents that you represent. These are the original copies. This may be like your driving license or citizenship cards. And return type, after you have completed your work, after the government office has finally completed, done all the tasks that are in its function, then it returns something. In this case, it returns an integer number, so that it could represent that, oh, I have finished the work that you have told me. Now these blocks, curly braces, includes what's task to do in C program in this current function. In this main function, I write a code, a command, printf, and this is the first line on C. Printf is a famous writer in C programming. It produces output text on the result. Here, if I compile this code, I'll see a line saying this is a new line. This is the first line on C. And this slash n, this backward slash n is known as skip sequence. And backward slash n produce a new line. It creates a new line. Just like backward slash t is used to produce tab. Now, this return 0. It returns the function. It returns function of value. Now, as I said earlier, we could get something from the office as to know it has completed a task. Now, in this case, it would return an integer if it has completed what the commands I have given in this function. Now, in this case, it would return a 0 value. Now, let us compile it first. Now, to compile it, let us first save it. I'll save it and I would go into the terminal. Now, in terminal, to compile the code, I would first go to the place where I have stored this program. It's in C and it's in CD teaching C. And here we have the file we want to execute, structure of c.c. Now, in order to execute in GCC compiler, first we have to type GCC, the name of the compiler, and after that we have to type the name of the file, and that is structure of c.c. Now, to create the output file, we have to put dash O for output and the name of the output file, structure of C. I'm going to name the file same as the .c file name. Now, if I press enter, it would compile. Now let us check. We will find a new file here, structure of C, this file. This is an executable file. Now to execute this file, we have to just put dot slash structure of C. Now see, we can check the output. This tab is our first line on C, and here it's new line. Now if you are using other compilers like Turbo C++ or code blocks, as I said earlier, you could compile it in an easy way. This much for this tutorial, guys. For next tutorial, I'll be talking about detail in C. So keep tuned up. Keep tuned up. Okay, bye guys.